Gaming tends to move in trends. Before there were hundreds of battle royales, there were thousands of platformers. And today I want to talk to you about one of my favorites ever made.
The clues have led me to believe that the code for this vault is 792.
But for those of you who think Sly is an adjective and not a noun, let me explain the general premise of Sly Cooper. You play as a raccoon that steals from other thieves and criminals in an attempt to regain your family legacy. But I'm not really here to talk to you about the story. For a platformer that was made in the early 2000s, the story is completely serviceable. However, what's always stuck with me from this game has always been the aesthetic, the combat, and just the general gameplay overall. Sly is a raccoon, and naturally, raccoons steal things. I mean, they're literally born with masks around their face. What are those called? The domino mask. A balaclava? What the? But instead of you just seeing that in the character design, it is also a very prevalent theme in the gameplay. Most guards have either really telegraphed movements you can abuse through pattern searching, or have searchlights which insta hits you if you're spotted. So it always feels like rather than winning with might, you do so with your intellect. And the gameplay also reinforces the idea of sneaking, and it starts off very slowly in game design that is just impeccable. In the game, there are lasers or spotlights, which at first will show yellow if you haven't touched them yet. Once you touch them once, they go red, and then the alarm in the area will sound off. After the alarm in the area sounds off, if you hit the spotlight again, you'll take damage. This is both good for new players that may get hit by the spotlights a lot, but although they get hit by the spotlights, they're not instantly dissuaded from playing the game more by dying. They're instead dissuaded by the noise that the alarm makes. It makes such a loud noise, it feels like you messed up in real life. Ooh. That'll be fun. You're playing the game and you hear this alarm blaring at you. You being a thief, what are you doing, man? You gotta cut that out. So it's a little game design like that I really like about it. And that's not just in the combat. The level design also complements this by having more sections where you should sneak by rather than you just running forward and mashing square as fast as you can. Same ideology is also mimicked in most of the boss fights, the highlight being mugshot, where instead of having to hit him directly with your cane, you have to hit the lights around him to break his guns. The logic doesn't matter. The gameplay is the good part, and the same aesthetic is also mirrored in the stages. Whether it be the fact that you start every new map breaking into the actual main hub of the area, or that all the coins have different designs depending on where you are in the world. This game makes sure to make you really feel like you're experiencing a fun game. That rather than the game just being a platformer, it feels like an adventure. And the levels are so good. One of the biggest problems I personally face with playing a lot of platformers is that after a while it gets boring. You know, you go to a lava level and you're just in lava for the whole time. Maybe there's like a new aesthetic that has to do with the lava, but aside from that new map giving you lava, it doesn't really do anything. Sly Cooper remedies this problem by making every level have its own contained narrative so that the keys feel like an addition rather than the focus of the whole entire game. Take Mugshot's level for example. In this one map alone, you visit a casino, run along rooftops, make it to the projects, and race near a hot dog stand. No level in this game truly left me bored except for the final level, and that was only because there was less of a focus on platforming and more of a focus on mini games. And there's a lot of cool aesthetic things about Sly Cooper too. Like how going into every new level, it does like a little backdrop with good music playing in the background. Do I even need to mention the music that plays in the game and how it's a dynamic soundtrack that changes depending on when you're fighting or you're sneaking? There's so many good things about this game. It's hard to even contain it all into one video. I'm trying my hardest to make this 10 minutes and not another 30 or 40-minute video because, man, this is a 6-hour game. It doesn't need to be talked about for that long, trust me. But there's just so many things about this game that just are just good. And all the power-ups are presented in a way that they feel less like things taking away from your character and just superfluous add-ons to make you feel like you're in more control. And instead, they're actually worked into the levels to make them more enjoyable. Like being able to get the slides for the grind rails right when you're about to hit Miss Ruby's level and just having that play into design into the next level. It feels like all these power-ups aren't designed just to feel like you're having more, but it's given to you so that the levels can benefit from them. At the same time, the optional level ups that you can get by using the safes that you find by collecting clue bottles never feel like they're needed power-ups. They just feel like they're optional and that if you want them, they can help you. But most of the time, I just get the safe level ups just because I want to play the game more. Anyway, let's wrap this video up. You guys should go play Sly Cooper. It is literally like it's like a 4-hour game if you don't even want to 100% it. If you want to 100% it, it's literally like 6 hours. And you don't need to 100% it. You can have entirely enough fun just by playing it the way it is. Literally 4 to 6 hour game. The worst part about it are the mini games, I'll say, because you learn to deal with them after you played it for a while, but the first time, like, you can be there for a while. So just bear with it, but this is a great game. And the Sly Cooper series is a great series. One of the best things about the series in general is that they never let their past game affect their future one. Not so much with 3 and 4, but you know, we're not going to talk about those right now. We're on Sly Cooper 1. Anyway, you do yourself a service. Go buy Sly Cooper 1. I'm pretty sure you can get it for cheap on the PSN store, maybe? PS3 store. But it's going out of service soon, so you know, be careful. Also, you can get the whole trilogy collection for like, I'm pretty sure like under $30. Under 20 maybe, if you look in the right place. I recorded this on the PS2 version just because I felt like it. Like, I don't give a fuck. I have like 8 copies of this game. I have a problem. But anyway, go buy the game. Go have some fun, man. It's a really great game. It's really, what, 6 hours out of your day? You know what I'm saying? You could be doing a lot worse. I mean, you're watching this video instead of playing it. Take this video off right now and go play this game, or so help me.